Hello, dear students. Welcome to Excel Academy. We are coming up with a very wonderful announcement. First, let me introduce to you CA Puneet Kumar.
Hi, Alok.
Hello, Puneet. Welcome to Excel Academy. So, Puneet will be our faculty for Financial Management in CS Executive. So, Puneet is basically a chartered accountant. He's practicing as a chartered accountant, and also he has wide experience of teaching CA and CS students. So, Puneet, we'll be discussing today about the FM syllabus and why students have to study this FM. But before that, I just want to tell all the students here that we have a Google form in the description below. Make sure that you just fill the Google form if you are interested for the financial management live classes by Puneet sir. Okay, so before we go ahead, make sure that you fill the Google form in the description below. So first thing, Puneet, we'll just discuss about the syllabus anyway for students. So here I have the financial and strategic management of CS executive new syllabus. um, First thing is, why do we have to study FM as a CS student? Because many students have that question. They feel it is only CS subject and not CS. So can you tell us why is that?
Okay. See, Alok, company secretary, as you know, is one of the part of the board.
Correct.
He will not only be regular with the laws and company aspect, but he's also be guiding the board of directors.
Correct.
So he needs to know at least a basic knowledge on finance.
Exactly. In fact, even in this book, as I was going through, just like Puneet sir told, they're talking about the fundamentals of financial management. They don't want CS student to be expert in financial management. They're not expecting you. They're expecting that from you. They're expecting you should know the fundamentals. What are the basic things? So what we'll do now is we'll just go through each of the chapters, and Puneet sir will give us a brief idea about what is there in this chapter or what do we study. Of course, the complete chapter he will do in the live classes.
Yeah,
Now we can't do. And also after this video, Puneet sir will be giving you some demo lectures and some important topics which we will put it on YouTube itself. That will help you to register and understand the quality of the teaching. So the first they're talking about, no, first thing is how many marks is this subject?
Yeah, that's a very good question you have asked. See, this paper basically consists of 100 marks. So 60 marks is for finance as well as 40 marks for your strategic management.
Yes.
So to tell in short, it is a composite paper where you have practical as well as theory. So as you know, the minimum is 40% you need to score. There is no paper wise, section wise breakup.
Correct.
Right.
That is
So
right.
out of totally you need to score 40 marks, and it is a MCQ, very
MCQ.
important.
Yeah, that
thing.
is very important. We have to discuss. So, for in your teaching, will you make sure that students are preparing for the MCQ style of exam? Is that possible?
Yeah, see, from December 19, that is almost from 2 attempts.
Yeah.
So it has become MCQ. So not only solving the question, but we need to solve it within the specific time, within the
Correct.
short period of time. So the best friend will be your calculator. So how best you can use the calculator, that also we can learn in the class. So
Yeah.
shortcuts, tricks, so that you can reach the answer fast.
Yeah. So I'm sure Puneet sir will help you with all the tricks. But first thing is the first chapter. It talks about the nature, significance, scope of FM.
Yeah.
So what do we study here, and is it only a theory chapter?
Yeah, this chapter is fully a theory chapter at all. There
Okay.
are no problems at all.
Mhm.
So in this chapter, we see whether companies' wealth maximization is important or shareholders' happiness is
Yeah.
important. So there is always a conflict whether company grows but shareholders is not getting money. How we balance the both company as well as the shareholders. That we want to learn here.
Yeah, I think so. This is again, many students ask that, sir, in company law we study so much about shareholders agreement and things like that. So what about the finance aspect of it? That is what we study here in FM. So you need to connect the dots over there. So next chapter is our capital budgeting. Students say this is a very difficult chapter. So what do we study in this capital budgeting, and what are the kind of concepts?
Yeah, see, this chapter is basically a decision making chapter. We learn in simple terms. If I tell, the choice is whether you want to buy a house or you want to stay in a rented house, right?
Correct.
Same thing for a company like machinery or huge equipments, whether they want to buy their own machinery or they want to take it on lease. The decision will be decided based on this techniques.
Yeah.
What is there in this?
And especially in a company, this is something day to day company have to take these kind of decisions.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And of course, there will be a chartered accountant, but since company secretary is the person who is in charge for the compliance and the governance of company, you cannot say, no, I'm CS, I don't know anything in capital budgeting. So you should have a working knowledge,
Yeah, yeah.
and that is why we have this. So in when we say what are the kind of problems which they ask in capital budgeting, though it is MCQ, but what are the kind of things we should
See,
know?
basically decision making, whether the project should be accepted
Ah.
or not, or whether it is cash flow, whether the existing project what you do, whether it is giving cash flow every year correctly or negative cash flow, whatever it is, will read here.
Okay, great. Then, in brief, capital structure is the next chapter which is there. So,
Yeah.
again, if you can give us a brief overview, what is there in this capital
See,
structure?
first of all, this financial management focuses on the balance sheet of the company. Right.
Yes.
So in that balance sheet, as a company, very important thing is that capital, right? Share capital. So how we are going to have a capital, whether equity or preference, which is beneficial, which is not beneficial. Those things. How to build the equity side of a
Yeah.
balance sheet.
Because end of the day, every company needs a strong balance
Yeah.
sheet, and we need to learn the techniques in this chapter. Okay, great. So next, again, I think it's a theory chapter. It's talking about sources of raising finance
Yeah.
and the cost of capital. So is it only theory, or do we have some problems also here?
See, in sources of taking long-term finance, as just now I told you, it's a balance sheet side of a aspect we are discussing. In that, various sources the company can get money. Either you can take the money from equity or debentures, or third parties of borrowing. It's a long-term borrowing. Whether you want to go for a bank borrowing, how we going to go to the bank borrowing, and what is the cost involved in it, and what are the benefits you have. Like in equity, if you go, there will be no this one interest part, but in borrowing you have that interest and
part.
tax component comes. So which is beneficial? This.
So we have basically the decision is which is best for the company
Yeah.
in the requirement on how much money they need, which is more cost effective.
Cost effective and which they prefer.
Okay. So next we talk about project finance. So here what do we have in project finance?
See, till now whatever we discussed, we worked on a company aspect.
Correct.
Now this project finance is on a project aspect. Now just for example, our own project, that is a bullet train project.
Yeah.
So now they are focusing only on the particular project, whether that project is feasible or whether the project, how much years it will take and what is the benefit it is going to give, from when it is going to give the money,
Yeah.
returns. So it will be project specific and not company specific decision at all.
Okay. So here, what are the kind of things which we study in this chapter in terms of the problems? Do we have anything or how is it?
Basically, the concept's more of a theory only.
Theory?
Yeah,
Okay.
because problems more we run in capital budgeting only. Capital budgeting is a general thing. Project is a project specific thing. We are just worrying whether the project is feasible or not to do it.
Yeah, as Puneet sir is telling, again I want to basically bust one myth which many students have. They feel FM is only problems and it's very difficult. It's not like that. It is basically concepts.
Yeah.
And in this paper, anyway, 40 marks is complete theory, that is strategic management part B. Anyway, that Puneet sir is not handling. Part A, which Puneet sir is handling, in that also, already we came across 2-3 chapters which is theory or concept based. So you really don't have to worry too much. Before I go to next chapter, sir, if you could share a little bit about the kind of questions which is there in the old question papers. Is it like very difficult? Is it okay? Or with proper preparation, is it possible?
See, first of all, as you have rightly pointed out, basics, theory, it's not like general practical subject where you know some formulas and put the formulas and solve, or you have a format and solve the questions. This is a composite paper where you need to have a good, strong on the fundamental theory, and then only you will be able to solve, because each question it will be different. Like just like how each project is a different, like that. So now what happens here is, in the question paper, there are only 2 question papers which is available with us.
Yes,
one is
yes.
December 19 and our own very recently concluded December 20 paper. If you see the paper, it's on a working knowledge level only, not to a advanced level.
So
of
even in
paper.
the paper, you do have like questions based on theory and question based on problem. Both is there.
both
correct?
is there, both is there.
Yeah.
But majority is questions based on problems only.
Yeah, correct. But end of the day, what I want students to understand is this is concepts, and Whether it is problem theory, please don't get stuck with that mindset, because if you know the concept, you can answer the theory question or problem or anything, and it is MCQ based. With the help of calculator, definitely you can do well. So after project finance, we have the shareholders' favorite topic, dividend.
Yeah.
So dividend policy, what do we cover in this?
See, every shareholder will buy a share in a company for getting a returns. That is, the returns is dividend what he gets.
Correct.
So here, see here what we focus on from a company's angle as well as shareholders' angle. How it's not basically about how much the company gives dividend and all. It's about how we are going to value the share based on the dividend declared by the
Exactly.
company.
So here also we have combination of problems and theory.
Yes, both we have, but majoritarily problems are there. But there are also some philosophies which says that it is irrelevant whether you give a dividend or not give a dividend, the shareholder will get the same money.
So you have different schools of thought, and
Yes.
as a student we have to study everything and understand.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. So then we have, according to me, I found it very interesting when I was studying. That is our working capital management.
Okay.
So what are the kind of things with examples, if you can share few, what we study in this chapter?
See, in this see, till now, whatever we came across, it's all long-term decision. Say long-term finance or project finance or buying a new asset or anything.
Correct.
But what about your day-to-day running of the company?
Day-to-day running.
Your operating cost. Whether the project is going to give you returns or not, that is afterwards. But you have your employees, you have your staff, you have rent expenses, that is day-to-day expenses, which has to be met. For that, how you are able to finance? Whether your income itself is enough or you need a special loan from the bank to finance your working
Or bridge
capital.
financing or working capital loan or cash credit, overdraft.
Those things.
Yeah.
Basically, it is to fund your day-to-day expenses.
Yes, exactly. So there again here some usually working capital management, when we had the full paper, it used to be long problems.
Yeah.
So here for MCQ, how does it work? Like
It's like basically it's a mixture of, you have one concept called ratio analysis, right? So where different ratios we have. So
Yeah.
they're mixing the ratio and asking a small question.
Yeah.
See, one thing we need to remember, all the questions are 1 mark each.
1 mark, correct.
1 mark each. So earlier what used to happen, some questions used to come for 4 marks, some 8 marks, some 12 marks.
12 mark.
But since all questions are 1 mark, so they will design in such a way that you will be able to solve within the 2 minutes or maximum 1 and a
I
half
think
minutes.
this is a good point, because many students, they have a wrong picture that ICSA will give you very difficult problems and it is 1 mark. They can't give, because they are also having common sense. They can't give you 60 questions each which will take you 5 minutes. That is impossible, because it is 100 marks paper. So around you have to spend almost about 100 to 110 minutes or almost 2 hours, you can tell, maximum for this paper. 60 marks you can spend. That is the reason. Then we have security analysis. Security analysis, what do we study here?
Yeah. See, this topic was borrowed from the final.
Yeah.
So usually finance in the older syllabus was kept at a professional level. That
Correct.
is,
CS professional.
CS professional.
That is how we all studied
Yeah.
it.
So this topic, since they are removed from CS professional, so they are moved it to at your intermediate level. So we are going to see here how each security is valued. So how each securities is valued from the point of view either like bonds, shares or preference shares. Basically it is valuing of a security.
And valuation is something which students should have a basic understanding right now, because as you go further, whether you're a company secretary, chartered accountant, cost accountant, valuation is a very, very big field which you have lot of career opportunities. And here we study the basics and the fundamentals. Next we have portfolio management. So some students feel that why we have so much syllabus, again why they are adding portfolio management. But according to me, this is not as difficult as students feel.
See, just now previously we discussed securities. Securities is each stock is securities. A bunch of all the stocks will be your portfolio. So as the great saying says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So like that. So if it's a portfolio, you are going to build the portfolio. Like some shareholder will be there, or sorry, some investor will be there. He wants to invest in only shares, or some person wants to invest only in risk-free assets. Some
Like
person,
FD or gold or something.
government securities
Correct.
or post office. People,
Same,
senior
same.
citizens and all prefer post office. It's
Yes.
still safer.
Safer, correct.
Safer. So, but you can't be always safer and you can't always take risk. There should be
Returns will also, that balance is important.
balance is important. That's what portfolio. Portfolio means it's a bunch. See, basically, one subject what you have, paper 8, is a security. Group 2, it's a portfolio where you need to balance to get the aggregate.
Correct.
So that's what is what you apply for one stock. Here we apply for one portfolio.
Okay. So here also, do we have many problems or how is
Yeah,
it?
this chapter is basically of a problem chapter only.
Okay. Yeah, so that is pretty much what is there in the syllabus. So what do you feel is the kind of level of difficulty when you look at the syllabus and the question paper? Because many students are very scared about this subject. So we want your inputs.
See, basically the syllabus is vast. The syllabus is built for a 100 marks paper.
Correct.
But due to various restrictions, they have to concise it for 60 marks. So you have to keep in mind that you will be reading for 100 marks topic.
But your
whereas
exam is
only for
60.
60 marks. So then obviously syllabus is more only, we feel actually. Yes. But we can go for an exam oriented approach. So how they ask in exam, how we are able to solve. And some things we need to use the options approach also.
Correct.
Even though we'll not apply the concept, we learn through options how to solve the questions.
Yeah. And one way, very important thing is, since it's MCQ, you don't have to attempt everything. There will be negative marking. You should be smart enough to know which one not to attempt and which one to attempt. So all these things will be covered. So in the live classes with which Puneet sir is going to do, he'll be completing all the syllabus, and students are going to write in June.
Okay.
So fun question is, when will we complete syllabus, or can we complete syllabus? For that, what is your answer for students?
Yeah, I think June means exactly we have around 5 months time.
Correct.
So I think by the time students should have registered now and they would have also got the material. Right?
Yes.
So it's right time. Time is not more also, time is not less also. It's correctly.
Yeah, great. So, and also you will be basically following the ICSI study material, if I'm not wrong, in your classes.
Yeah, see, ICSI study material, that is your base, as well as we'll go through the previous year question papers, as well as your revision test papers, which the institute releases. Apart from that, some extra questions to understand the
Yeah.
basic.
So that is good. So what sir is telling is, we'll also be giving you some extra MCQs for you to practice and understand the concepts, and that will help you to prepare really well for your exams. So this is about the brief overview. In the upcoming videos in the series, Puneet sir will be teaching you some of the concepts like in capital budgeting and few more chapters. Then you'll know what is the quality of the teaching and how we are going to cover the syllabus, etc. Again, I'm telling you, if you are interested to join, please make sure that you fill the Google form in the description below. So once you fill the Google form in the description below, we'll be able to get back to you. And one more thing I want to tell you is, it is better if you join the entire module 2. When you join the entire module 2, you will get classes for financial management and security laws, economic laws, and obviously CMA. So all these subjects you'll get. So this is what we want to encourage you. So this was a brief overview. So overall, what is your message for students who feel the subject is very difficult and it's very difficult to pass this? What do you want to tell them?
No, first of all, the main thing is that this paper is on paper 8.
Yes.
So there is a tendency that after writing paper 7, since it's the last paper, students are also exhausted.
True.
So when writing the exam. So this paper requires extra effort to read at the beginning only.
Correct.
So that because once paper 1 starts, till that 7 days, students would not have touched paper 8.
Yes.
So 7 days, it will
Gap
be out
will
of
be
memory. So you need to have extra preparation for this.
So that
paper
time you can, basically all your answers will come to your head if your preparation
eight.
is
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
You don't have to worry about the one day before exam. I can't revise everything. All that you don't have to really worry. So again, we would invite you to join the live classes by Puneet sir, which is on Excel Academy's app. So first, very simple, you can just fill your name in the Google form. Again, I'm telling you. That time we'll get back to you with all the procedures. And the better way is join the entire module. Not only you will get a very good discount, but also you will be getting coaching for the entire module. Like we said, portfolio management, if you pass only in one subject, it's no use. you should do well in all the subjects, and that is how we are going to support you. So we will be having the recorded classes for the law subjects, the live classes for financial management. Then we have live revision for all the subjects. We'll be revising every week. We'll also give you some Telegram group where we'll be mentoring you and giving you the support till the day of the exam. So with that, this video we are going to end. Please look forward for the other videos by Puneet sir. Thank you very much and all the best for exam. Do you have any closing remarks for the students?
Nothing. Since you have received the study material, start solving the questions, or at least look the basics of the syllabus.
Okay, great. So thank you very much and good luck to you.